Hey guys, it's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. First, I want to apologize because I'm outside today shooting content. I'm actually home and the weather has completely changed in Arizona and it's no longer 150 degrees. So I figured I would get out and I would get some fresh air. Unfortunately, or fortunately, however how you look at it, I actually live in the flight pattern for the airports. You'll hear the planes flying by every now and then. Yay for work. Can't seem to get away from it. So this video, I'm super excited to make you guys. So I wanted to make this video to kind of give you guys an update on what the future of this channel is going to look like, and B, because I know a couple of you guys have already noticed some changes like the name change and things like that. So I just wanted to touch base with you guys and give you guys kind of a looking forward video of what to expect with this channel. So first and foremost, yes, the name changed. It changed from Jumpseat Diaries to Courtney at First Class. And the reason I did that is because the entire focus of the channel is kind of pivoted, because just from talking to you guys and now that I'm a flight attendant and being on the line, there are so many different areas that I want to make content about that is not just flight attendant related. So I'm a traveler at heart. That is one of the main reasons I even took this job, is because I love to travel and I really want that to be displayed in my content. So I figured that this is the perfect opportunity to do that. So I'm switching kind of the format of my channel. Yes, I'm still going to be talking about flight attendant content. Yes, my focus is still going to be on getting you guys hired and at your dream airlines. But I also want to share why I became a flight attendant. So the trips that I take, the places I visit, the experiences that I get to experience. And thus we have Courtney at First Class. I am all about living my life and enjoying it and just taking advantage of what's in the lifetime opportunities. And the one thing that I've discovered in having this job and just talking to the people on the line is y'all are afraid to travel by yourself. I will never understand it because that is just something that I just do not align with. Your girl will book a flight in a minute and head to Bosnia by herself if I have to. But there's a lot of people out there who are not like me. And I feel like every single time I take a flight and I start talking to other flight attendants and I'm like, oh yeah, I took this day trip there, or I did this trip here. And they're just like, oh my God, and you went by yourself, which is crazy to me because as flight attendants, we spend so much time by ourselves. But I run into so many people who are terrified to solo travel. So I want to share that experience with you guys because I want you guys to get out there and use those flight benefits, because let's be real. Yes, this job does pay decent, but the main draw, the main reason people do this is to be able to travel. And yes, you can travel with on, on your layovers and things like that, but the world is so wide, okay, especially if you work for Southwest, because we don't even fly international yet, okay? So I want to see you guys getting on those flights to Europe or to Africa or to Asia or whatever. So I want to share my experience with you guys, and I want you guys to grow from me, okay? So look at some of the trips that I'm taking, and I want you guys to take advantage of that stuff as well. With that said, I am launching a new series on this YouTube channel. It's going to be called Boarding Pass Roulette. And what the premise of the series is going to be is I am going to put a bunch of destinations in a hat and places I've always wanted to go, some places that I am kind of interested in, but it's not some place that I would have willingly gone to on my own. I'm going to put them in a hat, and every month I'm going to reach in blindly and I'm going to pull out a destination, and wherever that destination is, I'm going and I'm taking you guys with me. I'm going to plan it in 30 days. If you are a part of my membership and you signed up for the first class tier, part of the behind the scenes is going to be watching these trips come to life. So when I do these trips, some of them may be 1 or 2 day trips or day trips. Some of them may be a week long trip. So if you want to see your girl reach in a hat and pull out my Roby and be gone for a week, then this is exactly what you want to tune into. And I'm so excited to share that with you guys. I am spontaneous by nature, and so this is right up my alley. But the main reason I'm doing it is I want to show you guys that there is no fear in traveling along, traveling solo. I want to show you how I go about my planning process. So when it comes time for you guys to plan a trip, I want you guys to be confident in doing that. And then later on down the road, probably not anytime, obviously not this year, and maybe if not in 2026, possibly 2027 or towards the end of 2026, I want to basically do a travel with me series where I will pick a destination. And for those of you guys who want to join me on one of my trips, I will plan the whole thing, and it'll be a small group travel, less than 10 people. So like maybe 7 to 8 people. And I will plan everything out, and then you guys can come along for the adventure. Some of these will be domestic trips, some of these will be international trips. Either way, we will have a blast, okay? So that is one of the new parts of the video that are the channel that I will be launching. In addition to that, if you have been on the channel at all, you may have seen, number one, we are officially monetized. I reached my 4,000 watch hours and my 1,000 YouTube subscribers. So I want to thank you guys so much for that, because I could not have done this without you guys. You guys are so hella supportive, and I really, really appreciate it. And I love you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for being with me on this journey. I do want to say it has been so cool. Not once, not twice, but 3 times I have actually run into people out in the wild that have been following my Instagram account. I remember my YouTube account, which is crazy. The other day, I was taking an Uber to the airport, or a Lyft to the airport, and I get in and my Lyft driver was like, "I think I know you." And I was like, okay. And she's like, "Courtney, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh my God, I follow your YouTube channel." And she had just got her CJO with like United. And that is like the coolest thing ever. That has happened to me 3 times. So it's like getting kind of weird that you guys are like recognizing me. There was another flight attendant who I was flying with on the line, and she was like, "I've been watching your YouTube videos." And I was just like, "Oh my God, that's so crazy." So not only am I meeting you guys who are just getting your CJOs, I'm also meeting people who are following me from my own airline, which is really cool. And so I just want to thank you guys for supporting me. And if you ever see me out in the wild, make sure to come up and say hi. I am super, super friendly. I am a hugger though, so I want to warn you, I'm probably going to want to give you a hug. So don't be a stranger, come and say hi, okay? But with that said, we are now officially monetized. So I wanted to thank you guys for that. Memberships have also launched. I have, I believe, 3 different tiers of memberships. I have those of you guys who just want to be supporters. You guys will get early access to videos and special shout outs. Then my next tier is for people who are leaning more towards the travel content. So you guys are more interested in the trips that I plan, how I budget for my trips, how I use my non-ref benefits, or how I travel affordably for those of you guys who do not work for an airline. So that is that. Then my other tier is for people who are in the application or applying stages. So that content is going to be geared towards more resume building, interview tips, things like that, how to get hired. And then I have my executive level, which is called my captain's level, which that level is for people who are really serious about getting hired for an airline. I do group coaching sessions on live to go over your guys' resume, to do interview tips. In addition to that, you also have the ability to send me a voice note up to 2 minutes once a week with very specific questions to your situation, and I will respond back to you. So it's almost like a mini coaching, but not as expensive. So if you are interested in becoming a member of this channel, make sure to check that out. Those are all live and active now. In addition to our monetization and our membership tiers, I have also launched my resume writing service and my interview prep service. So if you are looking to apply for one of the airlines, not just Southwest, any of the airlines, you can connect with me and I will rewrite your resume and cover letter for you. I think I mentioned this in a previous video, what that service includes. It includes a customized resume and cover letter geared towards whatever airline that you are interested in applying to, as well as an airline resume cheat sheet where I also break down ways to tweak the resume that I create for you to apply for United, American, Delta, as well as SkyWest. So you basically pay for one resume and then you can tweak it to apply for any of those or all of those if you choose to. It also comes with a cover letter that is formatted to pass the airline screening software so that it has all of the keywords that airlines look for. So you have a better chance of your resume actually making it to a recruiter's eyes as opposed to getting lost in the internet land. In addition to that, I also give you guys 35 questions that are commonly asked in interviews for flight attendants. And I take it a step further and I give you 35-star responses based off of your resume and your previous experience. So for example, if you've been a construction worker for the last 5 years and you're applying for the airlines, I'm going to help you come up with, or not help you, I'm going to come up with questions or responses of how to respond to those. Tell me about a time you went above and beyond. Tell me about a time you saw you were working with a coworker that was unsafe and how did you approach it? And I'm going to answer those questions for you using the STAR method based off of your past work experience. This is not so that you can remember, so that you can memorize these answers and go in there and, regurgitate them. That's not at all what this is for. This is more so that you can get an idea of how to respond to these types of questions, and you can familiarize yourself with the format so that when you are asked these questions, you're able to better come up with your own responses. Okay, so that is my resume writing service. The turnaround time on that is 72 hours. I highly recommend not waiting till the last minute, because I will tell you guys, I have actually gotten really busy. I literally just launched this service, and in the first day that I launched it, I had 12 people sign up. So I'm still in that 72-hour range where I'm able to get the resumes out in 72 hours. But you guys, don't come to me the day before Southwest goes live with their applications and expect me to turn your resume around in 24 to 48 hours, because it's more than likely not going to happen. So if you know that you are interested in applying for the airlines, please reach out to me now, and so that you can have that resume ready to go, so that when that application drops, you are ready to hit the ground rolling. Okay, so that is my resume writing service. In addition to that, I'm also offering small group interview prep. And how that's going to work is there will be a small group, probably 5 to 7 people. We will all get on a Zoom call, and we will go through each of your guys' resume. I will critique them so that you know what you should change, what is great, what you can pull from, stuff like that. And then in a group setting, I will basically ask you guys interview questions, and then we will help each other out with coming up with solid responses. I will give you some ideas of things that you can pull from based off of your resume, and then also give you some feedback on how you come across in your interview. Are you saying a lot? Are you rambling? Are you not using the STAR format? Things like that, so that you go into your next interview strong. In addition to that, I'm offering one-on-one virtual interviews. So these are for the people who don't want to do a group interview session. You just want to do virtual one-on-one. How this works is you will log on to Zoom, fully dressed in however you would present yourself for an interview, because not only am I going by your resume and what you're saying, I also want to see how you're showing up professionally, because that has a lot to do with interview and why you may not be getting selected. Okay, so you need to come fully dressed as how you would show up for an interview. Then I'm going to ask you 8 to 10 interview questions. This whole process is going to last about a half an hour. I'm going to ask you 8 to 10 interview questions. You're not going to know what these questions are, because that is how that works in the real world. It's not like the recruiter's going to say, here are the 8 questions I'm going to ask you, go home and study them. Okay, that's not how that's going to work. You're going to log on. I'm going to ask you the 8 to 10 questions. And then after, you're going to log off. And then I'm going to follow up with you within 24 to 48 hours with a video response, with a critique of what you did well, what you need to improve on, as well as some ideas of things that you should say, things that you should change, and things like that. And then if you want to do a follow-up call after that, then you can book that and we can do a follow-up. I've had a couple people, because I'm in the beta testing stage of this now, I've had a couple people, about 5 people who've gone through the process with me, and they absolutely love it, because it says that they have told me that it prepares them for not only the in-person interview, but as well as the virtual interview that a lot of these airlines are doing. So if that is something that you are interested in, those services are live, and I will leave links down below for all of those videos or all of those services, so that you can go ahead and you can sign up for them. I am so excited to where this is heading, you guys. I feel like it's been so cool to watch you guys grow. I have 2 clients right now whose resumes that I did, who are graduating training from Southwest literally next week. That's going to be awesome. I'm flying to Dallas to pin both of them. So that's really cool to have seen you guys come full circle from reaching out to me to do your resume to now you're graduating and I'm going to be flying the line with you guys. So I love that. I have people who resumes who I just wrote who just got their CJOs, and so they're excited about that. And just so that we're clear, just so that you guys know, the resumes that I write, they're not just for Southwest. As a matter of fact, the majority of the resumes that I've written for people who've gotten CJOs have been for other airlines, United and SkyWest, because at the time, Southwest wasn't even hiring. So don't think that I only do Southwest resumes, because I don't. Because keep in mind, remember, when I did my resume, I got 8 CJOs for all the airlines. I just happened to choose Southwest, okay? So I can help you regardless to whatever airline you want to apply to. Okay, you guys, I don't want to make this video too long. Plus, I'm in the middle of shooting content. Today is a content day. I've got some really awesome videos coming out for you guys, some fun ones. So with that said, please make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. If you are not already subscribed, make sure to do that. Make sure to turn on notifications so that you get a notification every single time I post a new video. If you are not a member of my YouTube channel and you want to become a member, make sure to go ahead and sign up for memberships. Even if you just want to join the support tier, where you want to support the content that I make, as well as get videos before they get released to the general public, then you can go ahead and do that. And if you're interested in any of the other services that I offer, the resume writing service or the interviews prep service, go ahead and click the links down below. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram and TikTok, those links will be down below as well. Make sure to hop over there and check that out as well. In the meantime, thank you guys so much for your love and support. I could not have done this without you guys. We've got some big changes coming up. Stay tuned for the next videos. I'm excited. Until next time, see you on the jump seat.